Alright, how's it going, guys? We're going to take a look at something. I did live stream this a few days back from when I'm recording it. Not sure when you guys are going to see this yet. I didn't have the Modern Era DLC then, which we do now. And I did not get anywhere near where I'm at now, which is Moon 85. But we're not going to go into that game. Sadly, this game does not have any separate saves. So it's a one and done. So when I hit this button to start a new run, it is going to delete my 85-day run, which I'm okay with. Ish. So, this is going to be a little bit different than my normal video because I'm not going to do a tutorial and I'm not going to do a playthrough. I'm going to show you why I really like this game and jump into different parts of it here. So it has a different length. Your moon is your day, basically. They count it by moons, and you can pick short, normal, or large. It does have a peaceful mode. There is fighting in this game. And so we are going to leave it on normal here and leave it on peaceful off because I like my fighting. And so this is a very strange game for me. This is not something I would normally do. And when you start out playing it first, you don't have all of these quests over here that I have. The quests go with as you play the game. So when you first start this game, you get this one little deck, and that gives you your villager. It gives you a way of getting some food, a way of getting some stone, a way of getting some wood. Think Minecraft, but with cards, because that's really the feel I get from this game, is Minecraft with cards. And the reason why I say that is because you have no recipes. Everything is ideas. Now, because I have played the game, I have tons of ideas. I know how to make all kinds of things. But when you first start playing it, you don't really know anything. You're just naked and afraid with your little villager here. You don't even have all of these packs available. You have humble beginnings. And you have 1 coin, and it takes 3 to get a new pack. So you have to make what you have here worthwhile to get you another pack that you don't know what's going to be in it. And you have to learn as you play. Now, granted, there are mods for this. There is a NEC mod. Think NEI for Minecraft, but NEC. So you can literally look up any card if you'd like to, as I would say, cheat and just know everything in the very beginning. But basically what you do, and this is one of the biggest things that Junior taught me in this game, because of the fact that it has a moon, it has a timer. This is your timer. At the end of this day, I have to eat 2 food. That's what this is blinking at me here, telling me you need to eat food. And so that's why I'm going for the berry bush first, so I can pick some berries so I have some food before nighttime. But one of the biggest things that if you go back and watch that live stream, you will notice is that I never paused the game. And that was something that really changed this game for me, was taking myself out of the time management part of it, because my brain is terrible at retaining information. And so when I get my first idea of how to make something, I have to go in and look it up every time. I can't remember what it is to do the simplest thing. And all of that takes time. Where if you simply hit the spacebar, you can pause the game, like what I have been this whole time. So let's unpause the game. Our little villager here is going to forage through this berry bush, and hey, we got a berry. So we now have one of two. He's going to forage again and get us another berry. Now, this berry bush could give us another, well, it's going to give us one more berry, but it could give us one or two, and eventually it's just going to disappear. And that's the berries we're going to have. So we have to make sure that we can get another humble beginnings, and I hope that it has a berry bush in it, because they don't always have that. So what we're going to do next is get us a little bit of wood. And this little bit of wood here, we're going to turn into a stick. And if you notice down here on the bottom, it says 2, where our berries here say 1. And you will notice that is roughly the shape of that coin. So this wood was 1, but now that I have taken the time to turn it into a stick, it is now worth 2. So if I take this stick and I sell it, I get 2 coins. Now I have 3. I can grab them and I can get me another pack. And then I can open that. And hey, look, I have 2 trees. That's going to give me wood. I have another berry bush. That'll give me more berries. And I have a rock over here. That's going to give me stone. So I can sit here and process this through. And that's how you go through. And Junior and I play this game very differently. He plays it in the old vanilla Minecraft before NEI was a thing. And you really didn't know a way of looking up your recipes or what any of the recipes were. You just kind of threw things together and see what happened. And I like playing it more on the ideal way of it. Of basically, I want to see what ideas I can get. So I don't like to do a recipe until I actually have learned said recipe. So I spent a whole lot of the beginning of this game, just opening packs. That's what I did. I worked on the rock, and typically the trees are great because, again, you get a piece of wood, you turn it into a stick, you sell the stick, you get money. Rocks is just rock, but, well, rocks give you stone, but occasionally you'll find out that, hey, that was perfect. Occasionally you'll get flint. Flint is worth 2. So we can sell that and the piece of stone. That gives us 3. We get another thing. And this is how I played it. Now, because I have played for so long, I have a bunch of ideas over here that are basically recipes for everything. So, like your most basic thing here is a campfire. And you'll see 1 stick, 1 flint makes campfire. Now, campfire is not going to do me anything. I have nothing to cook on it. But I have the flint, and I know how to make a stick. I can make a campfire. And like I said, when you first start playing, you don't have all these packs. You start with just this one. And then as you work through these quests and side quests and stuff, you will get more of these. And it'll actually tell you down here how many quests you have to work on to unlock another pack. And eventually you'll get all the packs. Now, I'm going to play through the game a little bit, and I will be back when I am more set up in the game and show you a bit past the progression. If you want to see a bit of how this early part goes, again, check out that live stream. I didn't pause it. I just played straight through, and I got very frustrated very quick because the first few days, naked and afraid, not knowing where your next meal is coming from, really gives you that Minecraft feeling. So, be back in just a bit. Okay, I'm only a couple days in here, but I wanted to step back in to show you guys this is what I mean about that Minecraft type of feel. Is I have bought a few packs now, and I have gotten screwed on my last two packs. I got no rocks. I got no trees. I luckily got a berry bush so I can eat, but I don't have enough to sell to get me another pack without having to sell my food. So that's what I'm going to have to do to get my next one, is give up one of the food that I may need in hopes that I can get something else. Okay, this is really not helpful. Again, I got kind of screwed. Now I can process the wood into a stick and get 3 out of this. But it really gets a little tough in the beginning. You really have to think about what you're doing with things. Oh, and here we go. Now we have to fight. And we have literally nothing to fight with. You'll see my health is down here. I have 15. This rat has 4. And if it's a red card, you have to fight it. It will chase you around this table until it can fight you. And so you just sit here and, okay, we got raw meat. Now, that means I can make some cooked meat on my campfire. So now I will have something better to eat than my wood. Also, I could sell that for 3. So rather than cooking it, since I do have 3 berries over here, I could go ahead and sell it. But I have enough that I can buy another pack. Now this is great. Let's get the moon done. Start our new one. Now this is great because we can put our berry on that soil and we can make another berry bush. So now we can turn this one berry into multiple berries. But it is very, very slow. It'll take more than today to get this done. So we really need this meat because, again, we kind of got screwed. Now, granted, again, turn the wood to a stick and we break the rock. Hopefully we get a flint. If not, we'll at least get a stone and we can sell them. Hopefully I can get 2 stone, or I can get a flint, and then I can go for Seeking Wisdom pack, which can have similar to what the first pack has, but it can also give us better stuff. Also, that's something the rock can also give you, is just here, have a coin. So now we're going to sell these, and we're going to buy our second pack. And hey, look, we found another villager. So now, and the game does help you out a little bit. It will tell you some things here and there, like I believe it tells you how to make the campfire, and I believe it tells you how to make a house, which is now what I need to make to put these two guys together to make a second or third villager. I can now start actually building my town because I have a second villager that I can make a third one with. So I'm going to get back to this, but you will notice I now need 4 food. I have 3. I got to work on that, and I got to work on it quick. So see you in a minute. Okay, anybody that knows me playing Minecraft will know that I love my oh shit moments, and this was one of them. I have my cooked meat for 3. I have my berry that is so close to making me a berry bush to give me more food. End of day came, and I got lucky, and an apple popped out of this tree. Now, I actually have a decision to make. Apples are 2 food. I can choose. No, I can't choose. I was going to say I could choose to take this, but no, I have to eat the apple and the cooked meat because it's 2 and 2. So I got lucky, and I have the food I need. My berry bush can still grow, but that means I can't make an apple tree. I have to hope to get another apple later on. So we're going to feed our villagers. And now we're down to just that 1 berry again. But now we have 2 people who can work. And now we got our berry bush. So now we can get us more food. Hoping that we actually get a decent amount of food out of this. We're going to go ahead and throw 1 right on there to start becoming another berry bush. And we got 1 berry. Again, we need 4 for the day. But we have 2 wood here, so we can turn that into sticks. But I'm going to do something different, which I will show you later what it was. I don't want to give anything away, so we'll be back. Okay, just to show you, I have managed now to get me a spear, which I can go ahead and give to one of my villagers here, and you'll see he is now a militia. So now he can fight better. And I now have a quarry, so I don't have to worry about stone, which also means I really don't have to worry about money, because now I can just dump all this stone. I can have this guy just sit here and collect me stone. But I also wanted to show you that if you have multiple berry bushes or rocks or something like that that you need to harvest, you can stack them up and they will just work through them. And if you have them stacked next to it of what needs to go there, they will automatically stack themselves. So now I have a guy to fight with me. I have a endless source of stone. I have a decent source of food. I am starting to thrive a little bit. So now I think I am going to go for my next pack up here to reap and sow and see what that does for me as far as more food, because that should give me something that has to do with food. It's called reaping and sowing, after all. So, back to making another berry bush, and we'll pop this one open, and hey, we now have a rabbit, and our rabbit will just bounce around here and be a pain in the butt. We can kill it, and it'll give us hopefully raw meat, which we can cook to eat, obviously, or it can give us a bone. But if we don't kill it, it'll also drop us poop, and we can sell poop. So it's a poop machine. Now, this is something we need another shed, because I have one card too many. Now, when I end my day, I will eat 4 of these berries, so I'm okay with that. And you can't eat the raw meat, so as long as I don't cook it, they're not going to try to eat that. So I'm going to sell off the stone and let them eat the berries, and then I will work on making me another shed. And this is something you really want to do early on, is make a pile of sheds. Because you will definitely need lots of space for cards. Now, I think I am probably done, other than one thing that's going to happen, when you'll know when that is. I'm going to play through until I am quite a bit more advanced. Alright, and now you can see I actually have 3 villagers, all of them upgraded. I have a builder, I have a militia guy, and I have a warrior. And you can see that you can put other cards on them to upgrade them, which is how I upgraded them. But not only that, I have a quarry for getting stone, so I don't have to rely on rocks anymore. I have 2 iron mines, so I can get iron, and I have a lumber camp, so I can get wood. I'm currently working on getting a smelter, so I can smelt my iron ore. And I have a garden, which is an upgrade to the soil for growing things, so they will grow them faster. Not a lot faster, but faster. And I have also gone ahead and spent some on the Explorer, which can give you a different region. And alright, and that's what I was hoping was going to happen tonight. So you will notice there's a corpse over here. That is because these portals will spawn randomly. They have a somewhat you can somewhat figure out when they're going to spawn. It's like every 5, 7, something like that. And then bad guys pop out, and you have to fight them. And sometimes they're really bad guys, and sometimes they're, somewhat easy guys. Which is why it's important to learn how to upgrade your guys and not only give them weapons, but also give them defense. Like, I have wooden shields on both of my guys, so they have pretty decent defense. Now, sadly, I only got a quiver from the archer, which I already have. So I'm going to sell the one I have. I also have a coin chest, which catches all of my coins, so I don't have to worry about them flying all over everywhere. But I believe that is going to be about it for this video, showing you guys how enjoyable this game is. And it takes a lot of thinking. For looking as basic as it is, it takes a lot of thinking. And I really, really enjoy it. As soon as my next day gets here, which it is, and I get another one of those made, and one of these set, I am going to go ahead and put this guy on the mountain and let him go exploring and see what kind of fun things I can have pop out of there. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you'd like to see more of this, more of an actual playthrough, or, tutorial of how to do certain things, or whatever, or just more of this, here's what I've done, let me know. Later.